2022 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. I'm Grace Baldwin, the President of NHS. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty of our school for successfully completing their candidacy and being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. We are excited that tonight is our 91st annual induction ceremony. What an incredible tradition of recognizing student excellence in the Hudson City schools. In addition to the strong academic records which establish their eligibility for membership, each student being inducted tonight has been ranked highly in the areas of character and leadership by 3 of their teachers as well as their coach or member of the community. Our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations and role models for fellow students. We serve our school and community through many activities, including our renowned tutoring program at the Hudson Library and here at HHS. In addition, NHS members save the school district thousands of dollars each year by routinely recycling materials from the high school. We welcome these new members to bring their energy to this organization and join us as we continue making great accomplishments. The Hudson High School chapter of National Honor Society has been earned by these deserving candidates through the effective demonstration of the Society's 4 pillars: scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
I'm Elise Taylor, one of the technology directors for the National Honor Society. During tonight's ceremony, we will induct 5 rows of students seated in rows B through row F, 1 row at a time. Inductees, when your row is called, you will stand up and proceed to your right, where a stage manager will line you up backstage. Please stay in order. When your name is called, you will enter the stage and meet our National Honor Society advisors, Mr. Garrett and Mr. Shue, and Head Principal Mr. Miller. You will then proceed across the stage. While that's happening, a current NHS senior will read select comments that were made by your teachers, coaches, and club advisors. You'll meet the senior, receive your certificate, head backstage for a photograph, and then receive your official membership card and pin. Once the entire row has finished, we'll bring everyone back on stage for a round of applause.
Audience members, please hold your applause until the entire row has made its way back on stage and you hear the gong. Between the processions of each row, we'll spotlight each of the 4 pillars of National Honor Society. At this time, I'd like everyone in row B to stand up and follow our stage manager backstage.
Caden Charles Apke. Caden is a sharp, interesting young man with a quiet confidence and great character. He strives to do his best, is easy to work with, works well in groups, and is a great contributor in class.
Tobias Lyon Anderson. Tobias is a mature, grounded, positive student who approaches tasks with creativity. His experiences traveling internationally have given him maturity beyond his years. He is a joy to have in him.
Annika Anderson. Annika is a quiet, hard-working student who has great morals and who is a pleasure to have in class. She leads by example and is a creative, disciplined, kind, and respectful young lady.
Lillian Nicole Arriga. Lily is a very serious, determined, and focused student and is an even better human being. She is spunky, smart, kind, and is a great conversationalist. Lily is the quintessential NHS candidate.
Georgia Avalon Arnett. Georgia is an absolute joy to have in class.
She accepts challenges, loves to explore new concepts, and is a good friend and loyal person. Self-motivated and creative, Georgia turns things around to benefit others.
Sasha Brian Bagnata. Sasha is a kind, hardworking student with a high level of personal integrity. She is a diligent and responsible, frequent participant in class, an awesome teammate, and is passionate about helping others learn ASL.
Alexander Luca Malloy. Luca is a confident leader that is both friendly and outgoing, as well as someone who brings a great attitude and inquisitive mind to all situations. He works well with others and is an engaging companion to have.
Matthew Alston Banco. Matthew is one of those once-in-a-lifetime kind of students that is incredibly personable and friendly to everyone. His diligence, persistence, and dedication in the class makes him stand out from the rest of the class.
Deja Bao. Deja is an excited and engaged student who is kind and mature in every situation. She is thoughtful, intelligent, and seeks to perform to the best of her abilities. Deja is an active participant in class and a natural leader.
Kristen Elizabeth Barker. Kristen is an awesome student. Considerate, respectful, and respected, she is stellar. Kristen leads by example and is so easy to get along with, all the while being dependable, caring, mature, and cooperative.
Noah Joseph Badger. Noah is a very well-rounded student. He excels both in the classroom and with his interpersonal relationships. He demonstrates good character in class, and Hudson High School is a better place because of it.
Scott George James Williams. Scott is an outgoing and caring young man who is also a great teammate. His personality and team-first attitude make him a great NHS member. As a student, he is helpful, lively, and respectful.
Ava Suzanne Beard. Ava is a self-motivated student who always strives to do her best. She is kind, works well with others, and always engages in class activities. Ava is a top-notch student who is respected and looked up to by her peers.
Molly Grace Beagle. Molly is a positive person with a magnetic personality. She is a dedicated student who goes out of her way to make sure that everyone feels included. In addition, Molly is a hardworking athlete and team player.
Ana Camila Barrios Perez. Ana is a good friend to others and a dedicated teammate. She has a positive attitude on and off the field. Ana is a perfect NHS candidate who has a gift for being able to talk candidly with her teachers and peers.
David Henry Berry. David is a quiet, natural leader. Others follow his lead because he sets a great example by working hard and having high ethical standards. David has a desire to do good and leave a positive mark on everything he does.
Nayan Bhatia. Nayan was not only a good student, but has a fantastic sense of humor. He displays leadership by being a voice of reason in crazy situations. Nayan's gift for intently listening and truly hearing what is being said is admirable.
Sunita Gavari Bhatia. Sunita is a genuinely sweet young lady with a contagious positive personality and a smile that lights up a room. She has an interest in making the lives of others around her more comfortable and rich with experiences.
Catherine Ann Bilecki. Katie consistently holds herself to the highest standards of character in every interaction, both academically and athletically. Her positive attitude extends to her coaches, peers, and even to children in the community.
Constance Bowler. Connie is an intelligent, thoughtful, and dedicated student with an incredible work ethic. She goes out of her way to be friendly to her peers and teachers. In class, she displays leadership by setting a great example.
Kirsten Augusta Bolin. The first words that come to mind about Kirsten are dedicated and enthusiastic. She truly is a ray of sunshine. Kirsten is a well-balanced young woman who has been a great leader for the Kaleidoscope program.
Madison Inez Bernilla. Maddie is one of the kindest, most sincere students ever. She is strong academically, but more importantly, is a leader in all she does. Maddie has an amazing approach to her work and to how she treats others.
Sophia Rose Boyle. Sophia is an upbeat, hardworking student who cares about her learning and actively contributes to group work. She is an awesome student who is kind, helpful, and always has a positive attitude. James Brainerd. James is an outstanding lifelong learner who continuously thinks outside the box and makes learning better for everyone. This young man loves a challenge and will accomplish anything he sets out to do.
Jack Kenneth Rayleigh. Jack is an outstanding role model for his peers. He's an excellent student who is kind and conscientious and is looked up to by others. Jack is the real deal, willing to do whatever it takes to succeed.
Natalie Elizabeth Brinley. Natalie is a take charge, motivated, positive, articulate young lady who sets goals and makes wise decisions to reach those goals. She is a funny, kind student who works to push herself outside of her comfort zone.
Noah Adam Broski. Noah is a hard-working individual and an all-around good student. He volunteers his time, doesn't hesitate to help his fellow students, and shows great leadership with a respectful manner.
Janica Marjorie Brown. Jane is a model student, athlete, friend, and leader who is constantly making decisions that better herself, her team, and the community around her. Jane is helpful, mature, and always tries her best.
Brooke Buchanan. Brooke has a loving and warm personality that shines through each day. She helps others and is willing to put forth her best effort in any activity or challenge. Brooke works relentlessly in pursuit of her goals.
We'll wait a few moments to give our last few groups a chance to get their picture taken before recognizing the entire row. Let's give our first row a round of applause. While row B is taking their seats, I'd like row C to stand up and follow our stage manager backstage. this point, it is my sincere privilege to introduce two of our technology directors, Alex Chen and Easton Ra, who will present the Pillar of Scholarship.
Thank you, Grace and Elise, for the warm welcome. We will talk about the Pillar of Scholarship. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning, a diligence in gathering one of the great elements of life, knowledge. A scholar continues to work towards cultivating their mind even when formal education has ended. For they understand that true education will never end during one's lifetime. Learning furnishes the lamp, the candle, if you will, by which we read the past, understand the present, and illuminate the future.
Our knowledge should not be kept dormant. It should be used to realize our goals and empower our dreams. Candidates have the charge to continually expand the world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, scholarship is to be created not by compulsion, but by awakening a pure interest in knowledge. I will now light the candle of scholarship. Once lit, we will begin the next round of names.
Lucy Canterbury. Lucy is incredibly dependable, thoughtful, and hardworking in all she does, her studies, her sports, and her jobs. Lucy maintains a positive attitude and is a role model by exhibiting a strong work ethic.
Luca Thompson Carvalho. Luca is a hard worker and shows a genuine desire to learn and grow. He is a well-liked teammate and a delightful, energetic young man. Luca is always respectful and kind to those around him.
Abby Cerruti. Abby is a very involved and dedicated student at HHS. Her bright personality and integrity of character make her a valuable part of the team. She uses her moral compass to guide her decisions and encourages others to do the same.
William Theodore Chandler. Will is a witty, personable, and an incredibly bright student who is comfortable and informed when sharing his thoughts and opinions. He is a natural leader in groups and helps to keep his peers organized and focused.
Will Cheney. Outgoing, fun, and well-liked. Will is a good student who is determined to do his best once he puts his mind to a task. He works hard every day, in and out of the classroom, and helps make Hudson a great place.
Ava Margaret Chalua. Ava is an outgoing, responsible, and wonderful young lady. She is a motivated, eager participant who challenges herself both academically and socially. Ava will be a great contributor to NHS.
Ella Choi. Ella's compassion and intelligence makes her the epitome of a leader. Responsible and driven, you can count on her to follow through. Ella exudes warmth in all she does and is always supportive of others.
Molly Larkin Curry. Molly is a kind person with a positive attitude. She is friendly, has a fun personality, and is easy to talk to and get to know. Molly leads by displaying a lot of heart, a strong work ethic, and a positive outlook.
Evian Scarlett Zurach. Evian is a thoughtful, kind, and motivated student. She consistently shows leadership and is always very considerate of others. Evian is a wonderful individual to be around who gives her time to the community. Alexander James Dale. Alex is a friendly young man who always has a smile on his face. He brings a refreshing optimism each day and welcomes challenges. Alex is well respected by his peers and is a great leader in the classroom.
Elizabeth Davis. Extremely bright and a natural leader, Ellie is a remarkable young lady. She is smart, kind, and motivated. An asset and leader in class, Ellie helps her peers by getting behind them instead of in front of them. Luke Abram Davis. Luke is intelligent, inquisitive, and is an asset to any class he is a part of. He is a caring and compassionate young man who is not afraid to share his thoughts and opinions. Luke is a strong team player who is always kind.
Joseph Edward DeLamba. Jojo is an excellent overall person who looks out for all of those around him. He is a true leader and will go out of his way to help anyone who needs it. Jojo is an outstanding young man with top-notch ability.
Jason Alexander DeMette. Jason is a friendly young man who sets a positive tone in class. He's a leader who has been and can be looked up to. Jason has a bright demeanor that helps him to liven up any setting that he's in.
Chase Foster Monday DeWitt. Chase is a humorous, engaged, and enthusiastic student. He comes to class ready to learn and has a unique ability to balance fun and work, leading to some really interesting and important conversations in class.
Madeline Grace Donnelly. Maddie never disappoints. Maddie is a fantastic person and an excellent student. Maddie is very involved in school activities and is a great role model for her peers by displaying grit and integrity in all she does.
Kaylee Dowling. Kaylee is an amazing young woman who puts others before herself. She works hard to maintain her grades and engage in the classroom in a meaningful way, often stepping outside of her comfort zone.
Sherry Dew. Sherry works to lift all students to their highest abilities. She is always prepared and goes above and beyond. Sherry is a stellar student with a friendly personality who is well liked and respected by her peers.
Adam Matthew Jorwa. Adam is a conscientious individual who strives to be the best version of himself. He has a lot of fun and makes Hudson High School a better place to be. Adam has stepped up to become a caring and responsible leader.
Gabrielle Adara Edge. Gabby is a one-of-a-kind human being who has a thrilling personality and who never ceases to encourage those around her to think outside the box. Gabby is the human embodiment of dedication.
Rena Michelle Eimer. Rena is a vibrant young woman with a welcoming smile who shows leadership both in the classroom and on the soccer field. She learns from her past and possesses the grit to make it through her challenges.
Arlen Walter Urzo. Arlen is a highly motivated, respectful, and creative student. He has a great sense of humor and good critical thinking skills. Arlen is a fine young man who will be a great addition to NHS.
Samantha Blair Harry. Sam is a natural-born leader with the tools to be a successful student and teacher. She soaks up feedback and quickly adopts new strategies to improve future outcomes. Sam is the GOAT who excels at all she does.
Michael Anthony Feastham. Michael is a model student, focused, eager, and consistent. He's a great team player who takes pride in his work. Michael is a respectful, polite, and pleasant young man who makes a difference.
Ellie Finkenthal. Ellie is a bubbly, sweet, incredibly well-rounded student who doesn't stop when faced with obstacles. She gets along with everyone and makes everyone feel comfortable. Ellie does what it takes to persevere and succeed.
Lauren Fisher. Lauren is an incredible person and an incredible student. She has a strong foundation of values on which she stands and is not afraid to stand up for what is right. Lauren has a heart of gold.
James Thomas Bliss III. James quietly leads and shows others that through dedication and hard work, success is within reach. He works hard, but also takes the time to lead others around him to attain better understanding of the material. Congratulations, James.
Caitlin Marie Flynn. Caitlin is someone who others trust and are comfortable around because she speaks from her heart. She is a hard-working student who is inclusive of others. Caitlin is thoughtful and deliberate with her studies.
Samuel Galich. Sam is a polite young man who listens well and shows great respect. When approached with a challenge, he answers with confidence and fidelity. Sam has tons of potential to be a strong leader.
Ellie Margaret Gallagher. Ellie is a standout person, always positive, caring, intelligent, and insightful. She is a leader in the classroom and in her sports. Ellie is reliable, trustworthy, and is always happy and smiling.
Parker M. George. Parker has great energy and works to bring his classmates together. He has a gift for creating a sense of community. Parker sets the standard in the classroom and during labs while still having fun all the time.
Caroline Elizabeth Goldslager. Caroline always puts forth her best efforts, and her character stands out among her peers. She is confident and helps others. Caroline has always been known to rally the team after a tough practice or before a big race.
We'll wait a few moments to give our last few groups a chance to get their picture taken before recognizing the entire row. Row C is taking their seats, I'd like Row D to stand up and follow our stage manager backstage to line up. At this point, it is my sincere privilege to introduce our recycling directors, Ben Mormino and Camden Frank, who present the pillar of leadership.
Hello, I'm Ben Mormino, and I'm Camden Frank, and we're the recycling directors for the Hudson chapter of National Honor Society. We will talk about the pillar of leadership.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, a real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others.
A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
Walt Disney once said, "Of all the things I've done, the most vital is coordinating those who work with me and aiming their efforts at a certain goal."
We will now light the candle of leadership. Once lit, we will begin the next row of names.
Silas Grazer. Silas is a wonderful human being who is kind, humble, compassionate, and funny. He works to bring everyone else up. Silas is an incredibly talented, gets along with everybody, and is well respected by his peers.
Devin Gray is an industrious and ambitious student. His analytical nature, his ability to watch and take in details, and his tenacity will allow him to master any material. Devin's integrity and acceptance of others is notable.
Aiden does everything he can to achieve high grades. He always wants to do his best. Aiden is also a very nice young man and always treats others with respect. A more caring and generous heart does not exist.
Celine Gunham. Celine is a strong, motivated young leader who always shows up when called upon. She's a grateful, hard-working person. When faced with setbacks, Celine understands what to do in the future to ensure success.
Owen Frederick Hall. Owen is a quiet leader who is kind to those around him. His respect of others and perseverance in the classroom, as well as on the wrestling mat, is admirable. Owen takes accountability for all his actions.
Anna Grace Haller. Anna is a bright leader who follows through on her commitments every time. She strives to achieve her goals and has a strong work ethic. Anna is respected by others due to her sincerity.
Annie Howard. When one thinks of lofty goals, Annie comes to mind. She is as tenacious in the classroom as she is on the diving board. Annie is extremely coachable, is a passionate leader, and has a very bright future.
Ryan David Hickroth. Ryan seeks to create an amicable environment through humor. He is a kind soul who is willing to go the extra mile to help those around him. Academics are extremely important to Ryan as well.
Alicia Rain Hoppus. Alicia's optimism, self-motivation, and teamwork skills equip her to be a great leader. She is an incredibly mature student and is able to balance accomplishing a goal while being sensitive to the feelings of others.
Aiden Rock. Hard work characterizes Aiden's actions in the classroom and on the baseball. He's a hard achiever in the classroom who advocates for the needs of others. Teachers and coaches hope Aiden is higher up.
Derek Brandon Kaminsky. Derek Kaminsky is a passionate person, whether playing soccer or in the classroom. He seeks to be kind and encouraging to all. Derek is well represented by his peers and is willing to help anyone in need.
Katia Ecliff. Learning is a great component of Katia's life. She's compassionate to all and challenges herself and others to be the best they can be. Katia is a problem solver, and the world needs more people like her.
Ruby Jacobs. Ruby's work ethic and grit stand out. She strives to do her best in the classroom and in sports. She is energetic and outgoing. Her positive attitude is contagious, and Ruby will do anything to help her peers.
Cameron Jane Jagosinski. Cameron brings smiles to the faces of others through her kindness. She holds her head high and demonstrates great determination in any task presented to her. Cameron is a conscientious leader.
Nolan Thomas Johnson. Nolan shows professionalism and ambition in the classroom. On the soccer field, he is a great member for younger players and is admired by his peers. When facing adversity, Nolan maintains a positive attitude.
Hayden Charles Johnson. Hayden comes to class with an open mind and is ready to learn. He seeks to bring others up by helping them understand the course content. He values hard work and is a great teammate, friend, and brother.
Brogan Adam Capella. Enthusiasm and discipline characterize Brogan. He's a great friend to all and is willing to lend a hand to anyone who needs help. He shows up every day with a desire to learn and sets a great example for his peers.
Arlene Cara. Arlene is fiercely loyal and compassionate. She has a quiet sense of confidence that embodies her spirit. Arlene constantly volunteers her time and is highly self-motivated to learn and succeed.
Grace Marie Kennedy. Grace is patient, understanding, and thoughtful. She is always prepared and ready to listen and learn from her teachers and peers. Grace is reliable, mature, and has a very strong work ethic in the classroom.
Cade Thomas Count. Cade Count adapts well to new environments. He has a strong work ethic and takes pride in his academics. Although humble, Cade's strong handshake offers a glimpse into his steadfast desire to excel.
Elizabeth Kim. Lizzie is a positive contributor in class, is self-motivated, and is kind to all. She is extremely dedicated to her academics, as well as being a strong leader. Lizzie is an extremely conscientious leader.
Hannah Kim. Hannah is a model student at HHS. She is a responsible student who works hard in class and desires to help others be the best they can be. Hannah is inclusive of others and is very polite.
Benjamin Douglas Canast. Ben is a highly motivated and kind student who always gives his best and works well in small groups. He displays the qualities needed to be a valuable member of the NHS. Ben is reliable, hardworking, and responsible.
Amelia Suzanne Close. Amelia is a leader in class and is an engaged student. She is incredibly bright and sweet. Amelia has an excellent work ethic and allows her to overcome obstacles, allowing her to reach her lofty goals.
Jacqueline Close. Jacqueline is a responsible, fun, and loving young adult who shows a lot of initiative. She has a great attitude and is a diligent worker. Jacqueline is always giving her best and bringing creativity and energy to the classroom.
Allison Grace Knopf. Allison is a considerate and thoughtful young woman who is highly reliable. She exhibits exceptional dedication and commitment to her work. Allison puts forth her best effort no matter what the task involves.
Lauren Cordell. Lauren is a great leader with a kind personality. She's a hard worker who focuses not only on her own success, but on helping others succeed as well. Lauren is a pleasure to have in class.
Ella Marie Cordes. Ella is an outstanding role model and an active leader. She is a fantastic student with a kind attitude and great academic abilities. Ella can work well with anyone and will be an asset to NHS.
Madeline Ann Cordos. Maddie leads by example and is a great friend and mentor to others. She is a sweet, hardworking student who brings curiosity and an outstanding work ethic to class. Maddie has a tremendous thirst for learning. Alexandria Lee Court. Lexi is a vibrant student who always has an awesome attitude and cares deeply about her academic success. She is a great team player, a successful leader, and a thoughtful student. Lexi welcomes any challenge.
Elijah Benjamin Koshka. Eli is undoubtedly an outstanding student. More importantly, he is a great friend and teammate. He's a well-rounded person who is fun in class and works hard behind the scenes. Eli sees the best in people.
Luke Matthew Kremser. Luke is a courteous, conscientious, and gifted student with a great sense of humor and wit. He is fun, inquisitive, hardworking, and has a passion for learning. Luke is a solid NHS candidate.
Maria Jane Landis. Maria is a fantastic person and a pleasure to have in class. She is thoughtful, well-spoken, kind, authentic, and respectful. Her disposition is warm and inviting while carrying a highly educated perspective.
We'll wait a few moments to give our last few groups a chance to get their picture taken before recognizing the entire group. Row D is taking their seats. We'd like Row E to stand up and follow our stage manager backstage to line up. At this point, it is our sincere privilege to introduce our service director, Alice Yu, who will present the Pillar of Service.
I am Alice Yu, the Service Director of the Hudson Chapter of National Honor Society. I will talk about the Pillar of Service. Service can be established in the routine of a day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote throughout the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. As King George VI once said, the highest of distinctions is service to others. I will now light the candle of service. Once lit, we will begin to read the next row of names.
Sarah Elizabeth Landis. Sarah is a smart, dependable, fun, and mature student. They are genuine and compassionate, as well as being consistently reflective about learning. Sarah is an incredible young adult, both inside and out.
McKenna Rose Lockwood. McKenna is wise beyond her years. She's always friendly, engaged, and incredibly thoughtful. McKenna is an outstanding representation of what honor student looks like, both academically and socially.
Aiden Scott Lawrence. Aiden is a respectful and hard-working student who always does his best and accepts new challenges. He's one of the most polite young men you will ever meet. Aiden is very mature and is fun to have in class.
Jessica Layton. Jessica is a fantastic student athlete who cares for her teammates and peers. She's an enthusiastic leader who places the team's needs above her own. Jessica is also strongly committed to her academic success.
Charlie Edward Brooke Leroy. Charlie makes Hudson High School a better place to be. He is a critical thinker with a strong voice, a lot of leadership skills, and loads of potential. Charlie's optimism and sense of humor add levity to the class.
Ji-Yu Lee. Ji-Yu is a very conscientious and friendly young adult who is always willing to help others and bring out the best in them. She is a quiet star who will outshine or shine with the brightest ones in her future.
Rachel Mariel Lane. Rachel is an all-around wonderful young woman. She is a model student and a class leader who works very well with others. Rachel is a bright, enthusiastic, positive student as well as a gifted conversationalist.
Emma Elizabeth Lenz. Emma is a kind, determined, inclusive student who goes above and beyond to help herself and those around her. She is highly engaged in activities. Emma is a wonderful, hardworking young lady.
Jacob William Leeson. Jake is one of the finest young men attending HHS. He enjoys learning and is a great friend. Jake is funny and knows when and how to work hard. His love of learning is infectious and always lights up the room.
Alexandra Ann Lake. Alex is diligent in her studies and respectful to everyone. She represents what it means to be a Hudson Explorer. Alex's genuine interest in helping others is incredible, and her positive attitude makes her a stand out.
Erica Yue Liu. Erica is amazing, the perfect National Honor Society student. She's fun, respectful, hardworking, and friendly. Erica always has insightful comments and strives to succeed at everything she does.
Audra Lazina. Audra is a gem, a student leader who is talented in a wide range of areas. Whether it's lacrosse, art, or academics, her passion and talent show through and make our community a better place.
Sarah Elizabeth Lyons. Sarah is a natural leader who leaves everything she touches better than it was before. Strong, caring, and helpful, her personality brightens every classroom. Everyone needs a Sarah Lyons in their life.
Sarah is a terrific student. She is thoughtful and insightful. Her work is meticulous, and she always has something to contribute. Sarah takes on responsibilities and challenges with focus and determination.
Kaya Jordan Mack. Kaya is well liked by everyone, is motivating to others, and has incredible ideas. She is creative, persistent, and leads by example, all the while keeping her goals in mind. Kaya is highly motivated and is always smiling.
Noah Madar. Noah is always contributing to the discussion. He can be an incredible leader and brings a refreshing smile to class every day. Noah is charismatic and intelligent and is well on his way to achieving his potential.
Sarah Ann Matea. Sarah is a strong yet quiet leader at HHS. She leads with kindness and integrity, mentoring peers and younger children in the community. A strong team player, Sarah is dedicated to growth and learning.
Jack Douglas McDaniel. Jack is a mature and respectful student. He has big goals and works hard to make them a reality. Jack is an exemplary student with high standards and is a polite and likable young man of character.
Matthew Joseph McDonald. Matt is always ready to go. He is a hard worker who can fit into any classroom routine. Matt has a big heart and treats everyone with kindness and respect. His drive inspires others to give their own.
Gavin Christopher Murdez. Gavin is an exceptional student who will always go above and beyond any expectation. He gives his all and shows up every day with a great attitude. Gavin is a reliable student and a team player.
Maya Kate Metzler. Maya is a fantastic role model, super hardworking, and a blast to be around. She's a strong student who sets the bar high and strives to get over it. Maya leads by example and is always dependable.
Juliana Christine Miller. Juliana goes above and beyond every expectation. She is always thoughtful and considerate. Juliana is consistently a step ahead and knows how to lead a group of people. She is one of the kindest people I've ever met.
Nathan Michael Miller. Nathan is an incredible young man. He is honest, hardworking, and extremely kind. Nathan is always willing to participate in a discussion and works hard every day to achieve his goals.
Frank the Tank Mulvaney. Frank is a friendly, well-spoken, and confident person. His passion for learning, engagement with peers, and compassionate thinking make him exceptional in the classroom. Frank is always willing to give it his all.
She does. She demonstrates a kind and compassionate way of leadership. Natalie acts as an anchor for any group she's a part of and is always lightening the mood. Maxwell Emerson Nicewander. Max is mature, smart, creative, worldly, and challenges himself to learn and grow. He is not only academically strong, but Max is also able to read a room to communicate effectively and efficiently.
Zane Alexander. Zane is a very level-headed individual who has thoughtful questions and is never afraid to ask for more information. Zane is willing to help others, is mature beyond his years, and is not just a surface-level person.
Sarah Elizabeth Pacer. Sarah is one of the most genuine people at Hudson High School. She's an absolute delight who always sees the positive side of things. Sarah is highly motivated and inspires others to do their best as well.
Luke Alexander Palumbo. Luke is someone who leads by example, making choices based on what he knows is right. He's a stellar class participant who lifts others up with his positive attitude and encourages his peers to do the same.
Helena Pearl. Helena is an incredibly friendly, kind, intelligent young woman who works hard to engage authentically in class. Her beautifully kind heart and quiet demeanor allow her actions to speak volumes of her character.
Lindsay Peterson. Lindsay is a top performer. She is a strong group member who helps foster better group conversations. No matter what the circumstances, Lindsay always stays positive and is as sweet as can be.
Nathaniel Samuel Pierre Louis. Nathaniel is hardworking, polite, enthusiastic, and positive. He never hesitates to ask for and to take direction. Nathaniel tackles challenges head on, all while doing the necessary, unseen things without praise.
Emily Plum. Emily is extremely driven and has a great sense of responsibility. She's an outstanding student, truly giving her all in the classroom every day. Emily works authentically, respectfully, and thoughtfully.
Grayson Cole Pollock. Grayson is a natural leader and excellent student who works hard but knows how to have fun too. He has a quiet confidence about him and is able to lead a group while listening to those around him.
We'll wait a few moments to give our last groups a chance to get their picture taken before recognizing the entire row. while row E is taking their seats, I'd like row F to stand up and follow our stage manager backstage to line up. At this point, it is my sincerest privilege to introduce our Special Events Director, Maddie Clark, who will present the pillar of character.
Hi, I am Maddie Clark, the Special Events Director of our chapter of the National Honor Society. I will speak about the importance of our final pillar, character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. To quote Helen Keller, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. I will now light the candle of character. Once lit, we will recognize the final row of these.
Noah Selby Price. Noah epitomizes what it means to be a great classmate, teammate, and friend. He's a top-notch, highly intelligent student who always puts his best foot forward and is more than willing to help others when called upon.
Maxwell C. Pugh. Max is a kind, dedicated young man with great character. His tenacity and dedication help him succeed in whatever he sets his mind to. Max brings out the best in others and is the epitome of a team player.
Christopher Rieger. Christopher is the attitude of a leader and demonstrates it by jumping in to do work that helps others. It's clear that Christopher loves to learn and desires to make this world a better place.
Thomas A. Ricard. Tommy's in a class of his own. He is salt of the earth, thoughtful in his words, and kind in his actions. Tommy is an upstanding young man who always shows up ready to go and engage at a high level.
Ian Jack Robb. Ian is an extremely sincere, considerate, and responsible student athlete. He is a solid young man who became a better leader every day, giving his best and always being considerate of others.
Natalie Ann Robinson. Natalie is a talented, driven young woman who excels at what she does with grace and kindness. She is able to overcome any obstacle she faces while leading those around her. Natalie is kind, caring, and insightful.
Christine Evelyn Rogan. Christine is a student you want in your class. She is kind and truly gives everything her best effort. Christine is a confident, caring, independent young woman who genuinely seeks out ways to build her character.
Lindsay Ray Rowan. Lindsay is a confident, dynamic leader who is passionate about what she does. She has a strong work ethic and values teamwork. Lindsay is a wonderful young woman who exudes authenticity and confidence.
Charles John Lassiter Ross. Charlie always goes above and beyond. He takes leadership roles in the classroom and in the community and works hard to help others. Charlie helps to push conversations forward and thinks critically about issues.
Owen Douglas Shelkowski. Owen is a kind and hardworking leader who is always ready and willing to help a peer in need. He is a dedicated and serious student, making sure his work is done correctly and promptly.
William Schoenbein. Will is outstanding in every sense of the word. Hardworking, diligent, respectful, and kind. He's also a fantastic friend. Will works super hard and sets a quiet but excellent example for his peers.
Gabrielle Erin R. Shana. Gabby is dedication and perseverance personified. She is an amazing human being for her resilience and heart. A deep thinker and conscientious, Gabby is a dependable leader wherever she goes.
Dominic Shriver. Dominic is a polite, responsible, hardworking young man and a positive, productive employee. He thinks creatively to solve problems and can always be counted on to do exactly what's expected.
Jack Sigler. Jack is a hard worker and a good friend to all. He has a great sense of humor, which helps him stay calm when facing challenges. Jack consistently makes others better due to his positive attitude.
Moira Catherine Smith. Moira is an awesome kid who is kind, empathetic, and driven. As a great leader, she is always willing to listen to others and to stay true to her word. Moira is determined, doing her best in whatever she does.
Jackson Roland Smithers. Jackson is a curious student who is intelligent and always asks thoughtful questions. He is diligent, persevering, and kind to all. Polite and thoughtful, Jackson has incredible leadership potential.
Benjamin Frank Smolko. Ben is one of the hardest working students you will find. He is very focused on his efforts to ensure success and is a trustworthy, responsible, and diligent student. That is an absolute pleasure to have in class every day.
William Spalding. Will has extreme self-awareness and high character. He's a fun student and always comes to class with a smile on his face. Will has great leadership qualities and is always enthusiastic to learn something.
Michael Adam Steele. Mike has an incredibly positive attitude and is a natural leader who works hard on and off the court. He always finds a way to make others laugh. Mike is a captain of the basketball team and always leads by example.
Ava Maria Talek-Kelpsa. Ava is a very mature, hardworking, attentive student. Always helping her peers, she is going to do great things one day. Ava gives her all in class and to her clubs and is a truly authentic person.
Nolan W. Tanner. Nolan is a first-class young man who always gives great effort and is an excellent classmate, teammate, and friend. He is thoughtful, considerate, and has a respected voice in class. Nolan is a top-tier student athlete.
Elena Grace Taylor. Elena is incredibly kind and always wants the best for those around her. She is one of the hardest workers you can find and always gives 110%. Elena is very diligent about her schoolwork.
Melanie Ann Thompson. Melanie is extremely kind and respectful to her classmates, teachers, and teammates. She is an incredibly hard worker. Melanie is optimistic, friendly, and a natural leader of the girls' tennis team and in the classroom.
Nash Garson Pratt. Nash is one of the nicest people you will ever meet. He's a smart and kind young man
who helps and motivates others. He is an old soul who leads by quiet example while being charming and empathetic to others.
Jason Riley Yushin Tong. Jason is an outstanding, reliable young man who makes others better. He always puts his team first and is a real go-getter. Jason has a wonderful job in a leadership role in both chamber choir and vocal impact.
Lucas William Troutman. Fritz is a fun, dedicated student who stands out as a leader in class. He's a top-notch individual who is always polite and focused. Fritz has a very strong, outgoing personality and is a great candidate for NHS.
Avery Travis. Avery is great. She is reliable, positive, diligent, dependable, and always goes above and beyond. Avery is a self-motivated learner who is respectful towards others and is a joy to be around.
Maya Sue Bismarck. Maya is outstanding. She is a wonderful class participant and welcomes feedback to help her improve. She is kind, smart, polite, and soft-spoken but not shy. Maya is a joy to work with and is well respected by her peers.
Samuel William Vogel. Sam is a model student who everyone wants to work with. He is a super intelligent and trustworthy student who provides inspiration to others every day. Sam raises the level of everyone around him.
Jackson Joseph Warner. Jack always lifts up those around him. He is dedicated to being the best version of himself and a great friend. Jack is sincerely humble and is constantly thinking of the needs and well-being of others over himself.
Jack David Weldon. Jack is exceptionally polite and hardworking. He has incredibly strong character that you can always rely on. Jack is a fine young man, leading by example with positive attitudes and willingness to help others.
Caroline Williams. Caroline is an insightful thinker whose kindness shows every day in the classroom. She makes the school a better place. She's a sweet young woman who is kind, supportive, and always enthusiastic.
Jeffrey Owen Wood. Jeff is an awesome student when it comes to group work and assisting others. He is an upbeat, optimistic cheerleader for everything ASF. Jeff is a pleasure to have in class and has a fine sense of humor.
John James Ray. JJ is the sweetest, brightest, most hardworking student you will ever find. He is a wonderful community servant, driven by his strong faith and talents to make a positive impact on others.
Maria Yvonne Wright. Maria has unmatched dedication and leadership. As a dance captain for the production of Chicago last spring, she earned many distinctions that set her apart from the rest. Maria also has great character and integrity.
Elena Marie Zaluko. There is not a task that Elena cannot tackle. She is a go-getter and an excellent problem solver who shows grit and resilience. Elena has a contagious personality who initiates interactions with her peers.
We'll wait a few moments to give our last few groups a chance to get their picture taken before recognizing the entire row. At this time, will all of the new inductees please rise? If any members of the audience has been inducted into the National Honor Society, please stand as well and join us in saying the National Honor Society pledge. Raise your right hand and join me in saying the pledge that is on the screen. All together now. I pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Let's go! Congratulations to our newest members of the Hudson chapter of National Honor Society. Thank you. I have a few closing remarks for our ceremony tonight. I'd like to thank our advisors, Mr. Garrett and Mr. Shu, as well as the members of the Induction Ceremony Planning Committee for their hard work in organizing this year's induction ceremony. Please join me in thanking all of them with a round of applause. The Induction Ceremony Planning Committee is also appreciative of all of the high school staff members who played a role behind the scenes. We'd like to express our gratitude to the HHS Media Center staff. Shout out to Mrs. McCabe, as well as the HHS custodial staff for helping us with the setup and cleanup of tonight's ceremony. Next, I'd like to remind our newest members of NHS that our first full membership meeting is Wednesday, November 2nd in room A211. You can come to either the before school meeting at 9 a.m. or the after school meeting at 3 p.m. If you haven't signed up for Remind or joined Google Classroom, please do so before the meeting. Don't forget to bring your iPads. If any of you received a certificate or membership card that has an error on it, please contact Mr. Shu or Mr. Garrett and they will happily print you a new one. Finally, I'd like to give a special shout out to our photography crew, Abby, Caitlin, Corinne, and Kate backstage. All photos from tonight's ceremony will be posted in the NHS Google Classroom. Thank you all for attending our NHS induction ceremony. Before we recess, please join me once again in applauding all of our new National Honor Society members. Thank you and have a good night.